Welcome everyone. With the update for Warrior's Awakened weapon coming close, Pearl Abyss released a new GMnote with more details on the system and introduced a new world boss, the Harpy Queen Karanda. It appears each Awakened weapon will have a story of its own, seeing how the Warrior's Greatsword follows the story of Goyen's mercenaries. Goyen was the leader of this group and also a skilled swordsman who wielded the Greatsword that stood as tall as a grown man. With their growing fame, the mercenaries met with an emissary from the kingdom of Dandelion, who promised knighthood for all the mercenaries in exchange for lending their strengths in war. But on the day of combat, the mercenaries realized that they were nothing more than a throwaway distraction when they got no backup from Dandelion. Goyen died on the field that day and his greatsword was nowhere to be found. The surviving members of Goyen's mercenaries wanted revenge, but before they had their chance, the kingdom of Dandelion fell in war against Laxki. So the remaining members of Goyen's mercenaries swore to find the lost weapon of their late leader. Warriors who are at least level 56 will be able to receive the starting quest for their awakened weapon from their black spirit with no other prerequisite. There are 7 main quests in this quest line and 3 optional quests. The whole process should be soloable for players who are strong enough to hunt monsters in the Melee region. If the quest proves to be too difficult, looking for a party or asking a guildmate for help is also an option. Once finished with the quest line, players will be able to receive the Mercenary's Steel Greatsword and 3 Greatsword skills from a new NPC in Medea, called the Mysterious Knight, which people who've played the CBT have probably already seen. This NPC will also teach you the basics for using awakened weapons. After all is said and done, players will be able to check their awakened skills in a new tab within their skill tree. Here are some core skills introduced in the GMnote. Better pause the vid here if you want to read, since I'm going to move on right away. Alright, and to accommodate the release of a new gear slot for awakened weapons, a new Harpy world boss was introduced. Harpies are pack animals that choose their strongest female as leader, with the title Karanda. The Karanda is the only female who lays eggs, which probably explains the fierce loyalty young Harpies have to their Karanda. A newly appointed Karanda would often lead her pack to the territory of other races and go on a bloody rampage, as a show of strength. The GMnote says that Karanda will display new patterns such as summoning other Harpies to aid her and flying up in the air to execute an area of an effect attack that players need to take cover from. If she is like other Harpies, she will be naturally in airborne status, which would mean that air attacks will be highly effective against her. Lucky players who slay Karanda will receive a Dandelion weapon box, which will hold a Dandelion awakened weapon for the player's respective class. This weapon should be the best in slot gear for awakened weapons, as it is for Kazaka weapon and Nubear weapons. Well, that's all for this vid. I won't be able to show any awakened skills this Thursday since I don't have a high-leveled warrior. I'll try to get a recording of someone else if it's possible, but no promises on that. And Sorcerer is likely next in line, seeing how they teased her awakened weapon at the end of the video for Karanda. I might try to level up my Sorcerer before then, so wish me luck.